here at Music City Pro Wrestling.
Is a tactic contest.
Main event on your toes.
Here at Music City Pro Wrestling, we've seen action all night long, and we've made it to the main event. So let's see what we have in store to cap this evening. And again, don't forget to follow Music City Pro Wrestling on all social media so you can keep up with the action to see when our next shows are and catch the shows that we've already done when we post them online. Also available at IWTV.
Get you one of those beautiful Music City Pro Wrestling t-shirts. Oh yeah.
And when you get a t-shirt, don't forget to get one of our Music City Pro Wrestling wristbands. All the cool kids are wearing them. I've got one on right now.
Here we go. A lot of bad blood in this man, guys.
Dynasty. We've got Flynn Hendricks and the exceptional Zach Harris. I gotta tell you, both of these men, a little bit different, but both a little underhanded. I don't want to say bad things because they can hear me, but I can tell you, I saw Flynn Hendricks on social media recently. I mean, just going berserk. They're going to other promotions. To start beef, drama, violence. I mean, too much intensity from my point of view, but I guess the man thinks he's got to do what he's got to do. I'd watch out for Flynn Hendricks holding a shillelagh.
But calling these guys underhanded, man, that's the understatement of the century.
Zach Harris, the exception, looking around at the crowd. Flynn Hendricks giving the crowd words. I'm not going to repeat those words. This is a family-friendly show. Both of these men, no stranger to arrogance.
Now this is going to be an exciting one here. This is student versus teachers in this one. These guys, Flynn Hendricks, Zach Harris, they feel like something's owed to them. Zach Kennedy's a young guy. I mean, they're not young guys, but they're not old in this business either. You know, these guys have it under control. But if you look right here, these guys are the masters right here.
That's right. That's right.
Tell you guys, it was an honor and privilege to be representing Music City Pro Wrestling's broadcast team on Channel 5, Talk of the Town with Leland Staten. I was sitting in front of Flynn Hendricks.
Oh, wow. Great.
And I let them talk about their main event. And the way that Flynn attacked Johnny Bandanna on that other promotion.
We've already got it. All right, referee calls for the bell. This match has already started out with chaos.
See, that's the beauty of this right here. Yes, this is Music City Pro Wrestling, and yes, all four of these guys have made a huge legacy here in Music City. I've known Byron Flynn for many years, Flynn Hendricks. I've known Johnny Bandanna, LT Falk, obviously, Zach Kennedy. All these guys have such a rich legacy and a rich history here in Music City.
Oh, goodness.
Where Zach and Flynn feel like they are being overshadowed by the guys who taught them pretty much everything they know. On the other hand, you got guys like LT Falk and Johnny Bandanna that look at these other two and go, you know, we tried to show you guys the right way in this business and the correct way to handle yourselves. And they've taken everything that they were taught and done it their own way. Their underhanded, vicious, devious ways.
Listen, I got to think that every teacher wants to see their students surpass them, but definitely not like this.
No way.
Hopefully tonight, Johnny Bandanna and LT Falk are going to unleash untold secrets on the Dynasty.
That's right. You know what they say, the teachers, they'll teach you everything they know, but you don't know everything that they know.
There it is. Definitely give these guys somewhere to start, something. Everyone in wrestling's got to be trained, and these guys have been trained by, I dare say, some of the best in the business. Everybody knows LT Falk, hometown heroes, great guy. And for him to have to stand up like this, that tells me that the Dynasty have really been underhanded, as you stated before. And LT Falk and Johnny Bandanna looking to straighten these guys out.
You gotta imagine if you're LT Falk and you say, man, if I could go back in time and change anything about my career, you gotta think one of the things on the top of that list would be, man, I wish I would have never taught Flynn Hendricks and Zach Kennedy anything. I wish the day those kids came up to me and said, sir, we want to learn how to be professional wrestlers, he would have said, yeah, no, you guys get on out of here. Because if he'd have known then what he knows now, he would have never gave these two guys a shot.
Oh, yeah, I gotta agree with that. LT Falk, definitely a veteran in the game. We all know who his father is.
Falk and Bandanna just going to town on Flynn Hendricks.
Yeah, they definitely have that. Oh,
beautiful.
Bit of a famouser there. Johnny Bandanna goes for a cover. Gets a 2 count.
Johnny Bandanna is so underrated and so talented. I've seen this man compete in front of some of the largest crowds that Tennessee wrestling has ever drawn down at the historic Tennessee Fairgrounds. This man is not intimidated by anyone or anything. But man, when he's in there with guys like this, well, you see what happens.
Definitely. Johnny Bandanna does not run from a fight. And I imagine once he got wind of what was going on, he was ready for a fight. But again, referring back to social media, Flynn Hendricks went way out of his way to go attack Johnny Bandanna. So I've got to imagine this is more than a match. This is more than student-teacher. There's got to be some get back in here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you, when I was sitting in front of him at the news station, I'm so glad that I didn't talk about his match and let him talk about it, because God, that guy could have snapped on me. I mean, hey, we may be commentators, but it's dangerous sometimes for us too.
I mean, I think about that. Like, I was so proud to see you guys on News Channel 5, which is easily the most popular news channel in Nashville, and everybody was so composed and so upbeat talking about this event that we're at right now. And then on TV, on the news, when Leland Statham, of all people, is trying to find out the information about when's the show and who's all going to be there, Dyron Flint can't help himself but to get on there and talk smack about LT Falk and Johnny Bandanna. It's like, hey, we're all here to have a good time and promote this event, not Flynn Hendricks. Nope. He's here to say what he's got to say, because he doesn't care about anybody or anything except for himself and his friends and their dirty, rotten agenda.
I would agree. The few times I've seen Flynn Hendricks run across him, he seems to have no problem letting his anger and vitriol come out of him, no matter who it's directed at.
That's natural for him.
Well, the exceptions now stepped into the ring and taking over for Flynn as they work on Johnny Bandanna. Right? LT Falk's clearly upset.
Underhanded tactics, but definitely good tag team wrestling.
Referee Chris Narte doing his best to keep things under control here, but man, every time he turns his back, the Dynasty is right there to take advantage of that situation.
I tell you, the ref has had his hands full before the bell rang, and that chaos is just continuing all through this match.
Now here's a little piece of interesting Tennessee, Nashville wrestling history for you. We know that the Dynasty is Zach Kennedy and Flynn Hendricks, but did you know that the man in the corner of LT Falk and for Johnny Bandanna right there, that's Mike Revin. Did you know that Dynasty, the group, goes back a long ways in Tennessee wrestling history, and that Mike Revin was once a part of that group?
No kidding.
Yeah, that's a little piece of trivia for you.
Interesting. I'm fairly new to Mike Berg. I met him at our last show when he came out on crutches. He seemed to be faring a little better this time. He's lost the crutches, but he's still got that boot on, which tells me he's probably got some more healing before he comes back to the ring. But he is ringside right now, supporting LT Falk and Johnny Bandanna.
And they need a cheerleader right now to get these fans back up on their feet and get them back into this, because Johnny Bandanna is having a whole lot of trouble right now.
Oh,
dang, Flynn.
Just on top of Flynn. Johnny Bandanna right back down on the floor. Middle of the ring here. LT Falk highly. Oh, all right. LT Falk, you're going to have to get your emotions under control because you're hurting your tag team partner right now.
Classic Flynn Hendricks right there. Low blow in the middle of the ring.
Now I'm looking at LT, and you can't blame him because, you know, the other team is using underhanded tactics, but he's not doing his team any favors right now.
I can't imagine that this is the way that the Dynasty were taught to wrestle. It just seems that they're pulling dirty tricks, dirty tactics out of someone else's playbook.
Definitely agree.
You're 100% right about that. You know these aren't things that they learned from Johnny Bandanna and LT Falk. Like I said, they taught them the right way. What these guys took was their teachings and added their own underhanded. See, look at Diary again, Flynn. Just
Taking off the bandana.
choking him with his own bandana.
That is ridiculous. That's just disrespect. He takes the man bandana off. His name is Johnny Bandanna. He wipes Flint. He wipes the sweat from his brow and then chokes him with the bandana.
Bandana seems to be almost convulsing in the ring right now.
Listen, you know what they say? If you can't breathe, you can't fight. And the exception, Zach Harris, right now,
Taking advantage of it.
looks like he's gone. There it is.
Wow, beautiful suplex right there from Zach Kennedy. Going for that cover. Bandana's in trouble.
There we go.
LT,
There we go. LT struggling to keep his emotions. I mean, he kept constantly running in the ring, getting excited. And again, like I said, it's the emotions. It's student-teacher. He knows that he taught him right, yet these guys have chosen wrong.
And you can just see the anger.
Look at the power of Flynn Hendricks.
Presses Johnny Bandanna, drops him to the floor. Bandana about a hand away from tagging LT.
Oh!
And Flynn snaps the arm into the ring.
Dang. Looked like he almost
Johnny
ripped his shoulder out of his socket.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, yeah, that definitely looked painful. Oh, and now Flynn working that same arm. Bandana.
You can say what you want about Flynn Hendricks. I mean, yeah, he is a dirtbag and a scumball. But, man, is he a powerhouse and a technician in that ring. He knows exactly where he is at all times. And Zach Harris, I mean, Zach Kennedy's he's brilliant, too. Look at this. Right there, come on.
And one. Oh, he gets a
Get
one.
the tag. Oh, no.
And a clothesline. Bandana's back down. Harris covers. Only gets a 2 count.
Johnny Bandanna in a whole lot of trouble right there in the middle of the ring. The fans are behind him, but right now it doesn't look like it's enough.
Big slap to the chest of Zach from Johnny
It is
Bandana.
probably the best option that Johnny has right now because that rotator cuff of the left arm is probably an excruciating pain right now.
Definitely a hyperextension from earlier, and Zach Kennedy kick to the gut puts Bandana back on the ground.
And you got to give it up to Johnny Bandanna. He's been taking a hell of a beating in this, but he keeps coming back, and he keeps trying, and he doesn't give up. And every time you think he's got something, these guys cut him right back down.
That's right. Now listen, I'm very clear about not liking the underhanded tactics of the Dynasty here, but I've got to give them credit. They're staying on their opponent, making sure he stays in the center of the ring, unable to reach his opponent, his partner in the corner. And along with that, they are in the mind of LT Falk. Watch LT. Listen, we've all seen LT over and over. We all know he's a very nice guy. He loves his business. But right now, he is just chomping at the bit to get in the ring so bad that he's jumping in without tags. He's breaking up the pins, which he should.
Here we go.
All right.
That's a tag.
And then it puts him in the corner, gets the tag. LT's in.
All right.
LT can just keep it.
But the ref didn't see it. Just as we're talking about the tactics of the Dynasty, again, they got a tag on LT's side, but the ref didn't see it.
The mental anguish that's going on in LT Falk's head right now. I mean, I know the guy. He's passionate, just like you said, right? This has got to be the worst feeling for him right now.
Look at him. He's pacing. He's squirming. He's begging for that tag. Look at him. He's climbing over the ropes.
But if he gets into that rope, he's got to be level-headed.
Correct.
Yeah, Zach Harris so damn disrespectful. It's not good enough to be laying this beating down on Johnny Bandanna. It's not good enough to take advantage of the referees, the referee not seeing what's going on behind his back. But to always take that moment to just have something rotten to say to LT Falk, who's stuck on the outside of the ring and can't get into this match.
Zach tags in Flynn, and Flynn back on the offense. Choke slam. Just as you stated before, Flynn the powerhouse. Oh, 2 count. LT was in again. You can see the frustration on LT's face. Look at him. Just like we said earlier, I'm not sure he's in.
Looks like Flynn's going for the eyes.
Come on, Flynn.
Now he's choking him.
The Dynasty doing whatever they got to do to keep control.
You know, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist in this at all, but Chris Norte, you want to talk about some more wrestling history trivia here?
Okay.
Chris Norte used to be a good running partner with Flynn Hendricks many years ago.
Well, now that you brought it up, I wasn't going to say anything, but the choke, the blatant choke right in front of him, maybe he didn't see the quick eye rig, but I know he saw the choke, and that's got to be a 5 count. I'm not sure if he applied it. Right now, Flynn with a headlock.
For a minute there, I was feeling bad for Chris Norte, but I mean, there's something funny going on here.
And the crowd strongly behind Johnny Bandanna, trying to get some life into him. Bandana's kicking, trying to get free. But Flynn holding that headlock, cutting off the air.
Squeezing the life out of him. Come on, Johnny.
All right.
Come on, Johnny.
Crowd getting pumped up. Looks like Bandana's making it to his
Back
feet.
to his feet.
He's got to do something here. He cannot last like
2
this.
times, 3 times.
Right back to the eyes.
Right back to the
Right in front of the face.
and drives him into the corner. My goodness. Bandanna just looking spent. He's been in this match for quite some time. He's taken a lot of punishments. And he had enough to fight out of it, but the team here of the Dynasty, Zach Kennedy with a big slam. As LT jumps in again, trying to break up the pin.
Beautiful spine buster. I gotta imagine that would have put out just about anybody else, but man, the fight in Johnny Bandanna is forefront right here, right now. This man does not give up, will not give up.
Look at that. Now again, I'm going to bring this up again. The Dynasty getting into the mind of LT. Did you see that? Zach Kennedy elbows LT. He falls
Come on, Chris, turn around, ref.
and it causes LT to be so upset and frustrated. He jumps in, and the ref has to pull him back. And now, yet again, the Dynasty have taken control.
Dyron Flynn.
Taking control, I'm going to say taking advantage. It seems that official Norte has been spending a lot of time paying attention to LT Falk.
Wait a minute.
All right, Bandanna goes up to the top, but Flynn bounces into the rope, throwing off his balance.
Smart move right there from Flynn.
Bandanna looks like he's struggling just to keep his balance without falling. And Flynn, strikes.
The look on Johnny Bandanna's face says it all.
Yeah, he looks very unsure in that.
Flynn's going up to the second rope.
Uh-oh, what's going to happen here?
This could be it. If Flynn lands this, it's over.
Johnny fighting back.
Yeah, he is. Both men are trying to grab each other and do something.
Johnny.
Bandanna seems to have the upper hand in the moment. He's climbing all the way to the top. Flips over for the sunset.
And can he do it?
Oh, got it. Gravity seemed to take over.
Come on, pin him, pin him.
Bandana takes
Get
that
the-
thing, but
get the
Bandana
tag.
just
Then
doesn't.
get the
What's
tag.
happened?
Both men are down. Bandana struggling. Again, he's taking a lot of punishment, which is why he could not go for the pin. Grabbing at his ribs, grabbing at his midsection. Not forgetting about the earlier punishment to both arms.
Johnny Bandanna in a real bad situation right here. He's got to make that tag to LT.
Come on, Johnny.
There's the time to freeze right there. There it is.
LT's
And
in.
now Falk's in the ring.
Oh, here we go. Falk. House of Fire.
Yeah.
Kennedy. LT fighting with everything he's got. He's finally in the ring legally.
We're having a real Falcon good time now.
You said it. Falk back and forth. Both men in the corners. He ain't done. Oh, Falk got both men. Is it? Odds. 2 heads are better than 1.
Crack them coconuts.
2 noggins were rocked. Falk has the upper hand. He's in the corner on Flynn. Going for punches in the corner. Kennedy is dazed, stunned.
Dazed, working his way back to the corner. I think he just got hit with something that they've never learned from the Nashville Originals.
All right.
LT Falk, look at
In the
that.
corner. Right on top of Flynn. He might be biting him. I'm not sure. I can't see because of the hair.
Yeah, give him a taste of his own medicine. He deserves it.
Oh, Flynn saying that he bit him. And now, Flynn in the corner punching LT. Kennedy out punching LT. We got a bit of a 2-on-1 situation. Ref's got to count.
There you go.
LT kicks Flynn. Catches Harris. Throws Harris into Flynn. Harris is down on his knees. Flynn seems to be out in the corner.
LT using all that frustration that he's carried this entire match.
Close
and
to the corner.
using it.
Bulldog out of the corner. Zach Kennedy is down. Flynn climbs the rope.
Oh, he's caught.
LT's right there.
Falk is on a mission.
Yes, he
That's
is.
what I'm talking about.
Grabs him off the top rope and slams him right to the middle of the ring. LT just a house of fire. Attacking both men.
Here we go.
Oh. Zach Kennedy pushes LT into the ref. The ref is down.
Of course.
Zach Kennedy, underhanded tactics, low blow, right on LT. Of course the ref doesn't see it because he's down and out.
Johnny Bandanna in no position to help at all.
Reverse, bit of a reverse Russian leg sweep.
Zach Kennedy going for the cover, but
Kennedy goes for the pin, but they've a new ref.
it's Jesse
Fields.
Fields.
1, 2.
Yeah!
And Johnny Bandanna saves it as Jesse Fields comes in.
Wow.
Just ref is down and out. With this being the main event, we've got to keep this action going, and thus we have Jesse
Come on,
Fields.
Johnny. Yeah.
Johnny is fired up finally.
Laying punches into Zach Kennedy Harris. Oh, big splash in the corner. Oh no! Big splash. Hits senior referee Jesse Fields. Now 2 refs are down and out. Zach Harris. Oh, another slam. Looks like a single arm DDT that time.
Driving him down face first with authority.
Yeah,
now
remember-
we've got no referees. We've got Flynn Hendricks. We've got Zach Kennedy. Hey, wait a minute. We got Mike Revan in the ring. He's got the shillelagh.
He's running with the shillelagh. Coming to the defense of Johnny Bandanna.
About time somebody helps these guys out. They needed it. Thank goodness for Mike Revan.
That's right. Mike
Just in time.
He's also got a boot on.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh! I told you guys, these men have a history together.
You called it, Eric.
Unbelievable.
Mike Revick out here with the shillelagh. Just turned on LT and Johnny Bandanna. Mike Revick seemingly a part of the Dynasty. I don't know what to think here. Listen, the last time I saw Mike Revick, he had an altercation with the Dynasty. They kicked his crutches off from under him when his foot was clearly broken. And now...
Is it broken now?
No!
At this point, I don't know what's real. His foot might not even be hurt. Maybe this whole thing is a ruse.
Dang.
Referee called for the bell. Ridiculous. Dynasty wins the match. Mike Revick turns on LT Falk and Johnny Bandanna, hitting them both with the shillelagh, while not one but 2 referees were down and out, thus giving the Dynasty the win. Look at this.
Well,
What a shocking turn of events.
I guess Chris Norte wasn't in on it.
They couldn't have been. They just chucked him out like yesterday's garbage.
Mike Revick sure
Well, they
was.
attacked Mike Revick, and now they've thrown out the ref. I don't know.
I don't know what to believe in.
Maybe the ref was in on it. I don't know.
The only thing I can believe right now is the Dynasty, along with Revick. Yeah, he's almost dancing.
Oh, now he's going after Jesse Fields.
Senior referee Jesse Fields taking a multitude of punches. He's not a competitor. He's a ref.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh, my God. Zach Kennedy Harris with a pedigree to senior ref Jesse Fields. Again, Jesse Fields is not a competitor. He's a referee here. This is despicable. It's still going on. We need help out here. We need security. We might even need the police. We need Metro PD here. This thing's going too far. It's bad enough when you put your hands on an official, but they're continuously attacking an official. Again, not a competitor here. Right now they've got Fields in a cross space. I think Fields may be out.
Oh, he's definitely out.
I mean, he's beat red. The shillelagh across the face, the senior referee, Jesse Fields.
There's got to be repercussions to this.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, who's going to put a stop to this? The Dynasty now,
Someone's got to. This is absurd.
more powerful than ever. We all came down here tonight to Music City Pro Wrestling to have fun. These men have made sure that we're not going to leave happy here tonight. Nobody's leaving happy.
Not at all.
Chris Norte laid out on the outside. Jesse Fields could possibly be dead. We're going to have to call 911 for him. Johnny Bandanna still being hurt in the ring. LT Falk's laid out on the outside, and the Dynasty is standing tall.
Ridiculous. They definitely put the Nasty in Dynasty tonight.
Amen to that.
And they're still going. Johnny Bandanna was already out. Shillelagh from Mike Revick, and now pile driver to Johnny Bandanna, knowing that the pile driver is a move that is very devastating on the top of the head, the neck, and the spine. This move has put wrestlers out. This move has broken necks. Flynn Hendricks even mushing the head of Johnny Bandanna even after a pile driver. These guys are sick.
Well, if the idea is to raise yourselves to the top of Music City Pro Wrestling by eliminating the competition, and these guys got a very stacked plan. It's worked.
Disgusting. They've already taken out 2 refs. Flynn Hendricks is kicking towards our other ref. That happens to be a lady here. She's just trying to get these guys to stop. And they're clearly on a tear. They're on a rampage. I don't know if they can be stopped.
Well, all I have to say to the wrestling fans watching, it seems that Music City Pro Wrestling has become a primary target for people like not only the Dynasty, but Bad Company and William Huckabee to come in and try and take control.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, Music City Pro Wrestling presents School is Back in Session. And I'd have to say, they've definitely taken them to school. I don't agree with how they did it, but they are standing tall. Look at Mike Revick.
Well, back to school, let me tell you, the Dynasty needs to be expelled. That's my opinion. When or not.
Permanently.
I don't know if Mike Revick was ever even injured. At this point, I doubt it.
I really doubt it.
Again, I thought he was healing up because he didn't have crutches, but now the man is running around. He's taking his shoes off. He's ripped the brace off. He's kicking. He's dancing. Just untrustworthy. Look at him. Look at him. Zach Kennedy Harris, he calls himself the exception, but clearly the only exception here tonight was the rules.
Wow, just what a horrible shame.
Ridiculous. Disgusting.
For me, I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned into this, but I also want to apologize because this is just awful. I mean, we all came down here to enjoy professional wrestling, but what we're seeing here tonight, there's nothing enjoyable about this at all.
Not at all. Mike Revick despicable. Again, we thank you all for tuning in. We didn't know the show was going to end this way. Honestly, we didn't know what to expect. But these guys don't care about anything. They don't care about the match. They don't care about the rules. They don't care about referees. They don't care about officials. They don't care about authorities. The only thing they seem to care about is whatever power they're trying to usurp right here in Music City Pro Wrestling.
That's right. Rich Black, I have to agree with you. But listen, everybody out there, Music City Pro Wrestling is fertile grounds. This is the hottest promotion going in Tennessee right now. And people like William Huckabee, Bad Company, the Dynasty that we just witnessed. They want to tear it apart. They want to claim it for themselves. Someone's going to step in and take care of business here.
Yep, they've definitely made a statement tonight. They've come here and thrown their weight around. It's still going. Flynn Hendricks still attacking Johnny Bandanna. The match has been over for ages at this point.
What have the refs done? Why do they deserve this?
And that's a great question, Kanji. I'm so glad you asked that. And with the problem is, again, they don't look at that. They don't respect anything.
Mercy shouldn't even get involved. I mean, they're likely to go after her.
I agree. I would say we're almost in danger. They seem to not care about anything.
Yeah, we probably need to wrap this up, guys. We need to get out of here. This is an unsafe working environment for us. We gotta go.
It's not.
Thank you, everybody that tuned in to Music City Pro Wrestling. I'm sorry it ended this way.
It's sometimes it happens like that. But ladies and gentlemen,
follow us on our social media, and so you can see what happens.
Follow us on our social media. Keep up with what's going on with Music City Pro Wrestling in and outside the ring. Find out when our next shows are going on. Disgusting. Music City Pro Wrestling. I'm Rich Black for Aaron Camaro and Kanji. We thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope to see you at the next one. Don't forget to keep up on social media in case anything happens outside of the ring. You can be up on what's going on. If you get a chance, get a t-shirt, get a wristband so we can see you at the next show. Represent loud and proud. I'm disgusted. We need help out here. We need serious help out here. This has been Music City Pro Wrestling. School is back in session.